In the middle of a colourful flower meadow, where the sun shone brightest and the trees seemed to grow up to the sky, lived a little rabbit. His name was Filou, and he had the softest fur and the most curious eyes. Filou loved carrots more than anything. He wanted them all for himself. One day, Filou was hopping across the field as usual in search of the tastiest carrots when he heard a soft cry. He carefully followed the sound and found a small mouse. It was sitting next to a stone and its tiny paws were covering its face. "What's wrong?" asked Filou worriedly. "I'm so hungry," sobbed the mouse, "but I can't find anything to eat." Filou's heart sank at the sight. He looked at his large supply of carrots and then back at the mouse. After a moment's hesitation, he took one of his precious carrots and gave it to the mouse. The mouse was overjoyed and immediately began to nibble on the carrot. "Thank you, Filou. You're so sweet," she squeaked happily. Filou's heart warmed, much warmer than when he was collecting his carrot treasures. But no sooner had the warm feeling reached him than a shadow moved across the field. A large crow landed nearby, cawing. Its sharp eyes spied Filou's carrots. "I see you have lots of tasty carrots," the crow cawed with a hungry look. Filou's first thought was to protect his carrots, but then he thought of the little mouse's laughter and made a decision. "Wait!" he called to the crow before it could take one of his carrots. "I'll share one with you." He picked up another of his beloved carrots and gave it to the surprised crow. The crow looked at him in confusion, but took the carrot gratefully. "That's very kind of you," it cawed, impressed, and flew away. When the crow had disappeared, Filou thought about what he had done. The mouse's smile and the crow's astonished look were more important to him than any pile of carrots, no matter how big. Over the next few days, Filou began to change his behavior. He shared his meals with every animal in the field, the thirsty mosquitoes, the weak ants, and even the shy frog in the pond. As each day passed, not only did his list of friends grow, but so did his happiness, something more valuable than any amount of carrots. But then came the day of the big challenge. A drought dried up all the plants, and soon there was not a single fresh carrot left in the whole field. Sadly, the field animals gathered around Filou. But what no one suspected, during this difficult time, all the animals remembered Filou's generosity and began to share whatever they could find. Seeds for the birds, juicy leaves for the insects, damp moss for the rodents. Together they managed to survive the hard times. When the rain finally ended the drought and the field turned green again, Filou stood there with tears in his eyes, not from sadness, but from gratitude. "You see," he said quietly to his friends around him, "when we share, something always comes back." And in that moment, every animal in the field understood the true happiness of sharing. A lesson for life in their little colourful piece of the world under the bright sun.
Thank you very much for listening. On our app Fabelix for Android, you will find a text comprehension quiz about the story, and you can also easily create your own stories. See you soon.